Hi, my name is Laura Lee Pitts, one of the Folsom Lake College librarians. This screencast will acquaint you with some of the library's online resources and hopefully get you started with your research assignment. Before we start talking about research, though, I want to take a moment to look more closely at the library webpage. You'll be able to search for and access our online resources from this page, and also reach out to a librarian for help through our 24/7 chat service here at this Ask a Librarian link. Or also under research, you can sign up for a one-on-one Zoom appointment with a librarian. Usually takes 15 minutes to a half hour, and we can do some research together through Zoom. The search box on this page leads you into One Search, which is a search tool that looks at our books, our ebooks, journal articles, newspaper articles, streaming media, and more. If you want to do targeted research in a single database, you can click here on Research Databases, and that will open up a list of all of the databases we subscribe to, and they're grouped by subject areas. When you're ready to do citations on your paper, you can get a link to the Purdue OWL or the Online Writing Lab here that will help you with MLA or APA citation styles, and then the research guides to look for an outline of what we talked about today, as well as links into the resources that I'm going to cover. So let's get started with a research example. I just want to briefly mention that when I do research, I usually begin by doing quite a bit of background reading just to get my feet wet, get some context and background, get some keywords and phrases that I can use in further searching. And I find it's easy to do background research in a couple of different ways. And I want to show you two options that you have. First of all, under research databases, Gale eBooks is a collection of subject-specific encyclopedias as well as other general reference type books. And you can do general searches in here and usually find 5 to 8 page article that will give you a nice overview. So I'm going to do a search on food insecurity. And when you're doing the background research, you want to stay really general. So you're getting history and context rather than really specific. And you've got 292 results from a variety of encyclopedias. The very first one is an 8-page overview from the Gale Encyclopedia of Diets. And if I click on that, I can browse through this article online, and I can jot down keywords and phrases and ideas for further research, as I said. If I want to save this article and read it later, I can email it to myself, I can download it, I can print it. And then when I'm ready to do my Works Cited page, if this is one of my sources, then I can find a citation here for MLA and APA, Chicago and Harvard. And then I can copy and paste this onto my Works Cited page. Just keep in mind these little citations are done by computer programs, and every now and again you're going to find small errors or glitches. So you always want to make sure that you double check and make sure the citation is correct. But it's a good start. It's a place to start. Then you can make corrections if you need to. Now I'm going to close this and go back. Another way to do general research and get some background reading is to look for books or ebooks. So I'm going to go ahead and do my general search on food insecurity. And as I said, this searches a lot of the databases and our books and our ebooks. So I'm going to get a lot of results, almost 100,000 or a million. Got 967,000 results. But there are options along the left side of the screen here that will allow me to zero in to just what I'm looking for. So here's resource types. If I show them all, I can grab the books. Here we go. And there's still 5,000. So I'm going to just click on Available Online to get the ebooks. But before I do, I want to show you up here that we are now able to check out our physical collection. So we're open 3 days a week, and you can sign up to check out a book, and we'll have it available for a curbside pickup. So that's available if you're looking at print books and you want one. For this, I'm just going to look at the books available online. And that's going to be ebooks, and there's still 5,000 of them. And I can browse through the titles. I can look at, usually there's a, if you look at the record, if you click on the title, you can see the record of the book. And that's going to show you a little description or a summary of the book, some keywords, and usually the table of contents. And that will give you a really good idea if you want to go on in and actually look at the full text by clicking on the database. And then I can have a couple of options. I've got the table of contents. It's going to open up along this left-hand side, or I can search within. So I can look at the table of contents. Usually the introduction or the first chapter is going to give you a really good background. If you're looking really specifically and you want to find if there's anything within the book, you can search within. And if you're looking specifically for California, you can find those pages that mention California. This is, California, University of California Press. That's going to show up quite a bit, but you'll find here a couple of pages in that first chapter that deal with California. So you might want to read that first chapter as a nice introduction. And you'll have the option along the top again of saving the chapter, emailing it, printing it. You also have that citation link. When you email or print, you'll notice a yellow box here. And this one is unlimited, which is good. Some of the publishers will limit how many pages of the book you can use. So you want to make sure that the number of pages you needed are within that limit. But usually there's not a problem. Just kind of be aware of it if you're going to use a lot of the book. Okay. So ebooks are another great way of doing background reading and also some more targeted reading. But I'm going to go back to my results list and I'm going to remove the book link. And now I'm ready to start looking at articles. And at this point, want to get a little bit more specific. I've had some time to get some context and background, and now I know I really want to target my search on food insecurity in California. And at some point, I'm going to get even more specific to Sacramento or Folsom. And I want to concentrate on college students. So I'm going to add those keywords to my search, and that's going to make the results list a little smaller, but there are still some options along the side I want to show you. Okay, so I've got 5,000 articles. I want the ones that I know I can get online that are from scholarly journals. And then I want more recent articles. I want to limit to articles. And I want articles from, say, 2010 on. So I have fairly recent information. And then down here at the bottom, I can apply those filters. And you can see everything that I've done. Online scholarly journal from 2010 on. It's down to 1,700. Now I can start looking at some of those articles. And this one, No Food for Thought, Food Insecurity is related to poor mental health and lower academic performance. If I want to look at that article, I can just click on the available online link and take a look. This one will take me out of our databases into Sage Journals, which has a slightly different interface than the one we've been using. But the information's still there, it's just in different places. You can download the PDF, or you can read the article online. You can access here, and let me get rid of my face. Goodbye. You can access it's kind of a table of contents to the article, so you can look at the discussion and conclusion if you want to, or read the introduction. Under the article metrics, you can find the citation. So you can get a copy of or a sample of the citation here under article metrics, and that will also show you how many times this has been cross-referenced in other articles. So it's usually a good sign if an article has been cited by other scholars, that it's a good, solid argument, solid article. Okay, so I'm going to close that. I'm back at our results page. And I'm going to go down here to college students and SNAP. This one is within our EBSCO database that we subscribe to. So you'll see it looks more familiar. You can, again, go straight to the full text. Through here, there's a link to the PDF full text. And then along the right-hand side, you can see your option to email the article or to cite it if you want to find the citation. Again, in MLA, APA, and a whole bunch of different options. Just kind of scroll down until you find MLA. So back to the results list. For this assignment, you're also going to want to be zeroing in on a specific area or community. So if we go back to the home page, I want to show you the research databases again. This is our list of databases by subject. And we have several news databases. We do have the Sacramento Bee collection, and also many local newspapers will have a web presence that you can do some research in. And then in the website, or the research guide, the research guide I made for this class, there's a page there for websites. And I've given you a lot of local government agencies, city agencies, as well as Census Bureau information so that you can get demographics and statistics from local communities. So that's all I really have time to show you today. I want to thank you for watching this. Good luck with your research. And remember, if you're not finding what you think you need, look for that Ask a Librarian chat service or schedule a research appointment to work directly with one of the librarians. Thanks and good luck.